Go ahead. It's going. I'm not blocking the camera, am I?
You're supposed to be interviewing me.
Oh, okay. All right, Al. Well, so you're going to go to comedy clubs and start a comedy routine with a live audience since you've been so successful with your videos?
Yeah, I think a comedy team is a good idea. A live audience may not be such a good idea.
What if they're all dead?
Then the response might be expected. I'd like an expected response.
Oh, I think you should definitely try it. You know, you have nothing to lose and a whole lot to gain.
Okay.
I want to be your manager.
Okay. What do I?
I get 10%.
What are your credentials?
My credentials is I've encouraged you to pursue this career.
Yeah, but what are your credentials?
My credentials is I know you, and I'm a good judge of comedy, and I want to get in on the action.
Okay. So what do you think I ought to do now?
I think you're ready to actually go in front of a live audience with a routine. You definitely should do that.
Yeah, but
see how it works out.
Yeah, but I have trouble memorizing shit.
Well, you don't want to memorize too much because then it makes you feel stiff. Just practice.
If I could get stiff, that'd be a good thing. If this is a way for me to get stiff, I'll go on every night.
Right. Well, use your Apple iPad and get a little lectern, put it on there to help. But for the most part, I think you could fake it. You don't have to. Don't try to memorize things perfectly, except maybe if you have an actual poem, say I'm going to read a poem and just read it. That's all. You don't have to fake it. You know.
Yeah, but some of my shit, is the facial expressions and stuff that make it so good, and they won't be able to get it at the comedy club.
Well, all I know is if you're able to do it in front of the camera and the computer, then I don't see why you can't do it in front of an audience.
No, I can do it, but they won't see it.
What do you mean they won't see it?
You can't. You got to be up in the first 3 rows to see my facial expressions.
Yeah. Well, when you're, real famous, you're in these big auditoriums, they're not going to be able to see your features anyway unless there's a screen.
Maybe they can have it on a screen behind
I think you're worried about too much in the way of detail. Just do it and see what happens. You're just too concerned about too many irrelevant things right now.
So what do you think my step-by-step procedure should be? As my coach and my
okay,
manager?
Develop a routine. You can practice in front of the camera. And if you need a crutch, use your iPad and see how it works out in front of the camera. And then just go some free mic night at a comedy club and do it and see how it works out.
What if I had a woman with big breasts holding the iPad for me? Would that be a plus in my routine?
Yeah, but I don't know if I look very good with falsies, so.
That's a good idea, Barry. That would enhance the routine.
Yeah, it could be you say you wanted a big-breasted woman.
And you could just
to hold the iPad,
like
and this is the best you could do.
Yeah, that would be good. But what if I were to get a real big-breasted woman?
Well, you could always rent women,
Rent
Or you got friends, or we could have your mother do it for you.
Don't talk about my mother. I'm very sensitive.
Well, you have friends.
With big breasts?
I don't know. We'll find somebody. Again, falsies work.
If I had a friend with big breasts, I probably would say fuck the comedy and I'll just be...
Well, but you wouldn't want too big a breast because then they wouldn't be paying attention to you.
That's true. I scratch the woman.
Yeah, right.
How about my cat? She's cute. People like to look at that.
No, your cat. Late at night, your cat needs to get her sleep. And cats are unpredictable.
And guys, they look at pussy all the time.
Also, your cat would run away or scratch people.
Yeah, she scratches me. All right, so I developed a routine. I want to go to Vegas. How do I get to Vegas?
Don't even think of that. Just think about just doing the first routine. Step by step. You think too far ahead. You haven't even done one thing, and you're already worried about Vegas.
Well, you see, I've developed a routine for YouTube and for Comedy Central on the computer, but it's a whole different dynamic when you have to stand up and do your
Yes,
shit.
it is. That's why you just got to go and do it and see how it works out.
Well, let me tell you one of my true stories, and see if it comes across okay. Okay, it'll be memorized. Okay.
Sure.
I used to work as a host in a hotel restaurant, and they had a rabbi convention. And this rabbi comes in, and he says, "Can I have a table?" And I said, sure, follow me. I bring him to the best table I got. He stands in front of the table. He holds his hands up like this and says, is that all you got? It's like no matter where I bring him, he'd look around and say, is that where all you got? It's like a habit.
You're thinking too negative. You got to have positive thinking.
And then it's a...
Excuse me, Mr. Fabi,
that